Yo.
Step back from the mic if you can.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Loud?
Yes, very.
How about now?
Touchdown McCringleberry.
How about now? Am I loud still?
Dr. Clark, y'all good now.
Okay.
You like that name?
Mark Clark, PhD. It's very proud of that PhD.
Every email.
All right, let's get this shit done.
Pretty huge disability. Oh, you want to get this done?
Cancer?
Damn right I want to get this done. Mine's the one that's fucking up the whole time.
What do you have to do?
Q, you sound far away now.
Damn it, motherfucker.
There you go.
How about now?
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah. Can y'all do baseball and Cody just run over baseball like without me tonight then?
Yeah, we'll do it after we do football. You can leave after football.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah,
then.
you can get the fuck out.
All right.
Please.
We can't have Q and the Jew, but we can have codes in the pew.
No.
Boo. Anyways, let's start with college football first. Q, do the intro, and whoever's scratching their mic, please stop doing that.
You ready?
This?
Yeah, whatever's rattling.
Okay, let me move it. It was connected to it was on my shirt. So.
It's always Cody.
All right, you ready?
Well, I was trying to have it close, but
You're very, Dr. Clark would be very proud of your innovations of how to become annoying on these recordings. Oh, now I'm going to have something rattling. Now I'm going to sound like I'm in a tunnel. Now I'm going to sound like I'm getting smothered by a pillow.
how's the audio sound now?
It's better.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on. What is that rattling?
I hear it too. Are there speed bumps behind you that a car is going over?
No.
What is that?
I don't know. I think we're good.
All right, you ready?
I think we should just complain about Quentin after he leaves.
Oh, absolutely. We will.
I'm going to listen to it.
But wait a minute.
He's the
Don't you have things to do?
He's the only person that actually listens to this.
No, I'm going to listen to it tomorrow.
Oh.
What do you have to do, bud?
Beat off.
Your girlfriend?
I made promise to my girlfriend when I forgot that we didn't record. We had to record. I was like, motherfucker.
Damn, don't make promises then.
Yeah,
I know. I fucked up.
The only promises you make are to the boys.
Uh-huh.
Come on now.
Hey, speaking of Jew, have you started watching The Boys?
No, I haven't. Y'all keep asking me this. I don't have Amazon Prime.
Dude, I can give you my account info.
Okay, I will get that from you later.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, let's do it.
Actually,
All right, everybody, shut up.
I don't trust you with my account info.
Shut up.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You ready? Okay.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Texas 3-Step. We got a great show ahead of y'all tonight. Tyler, what's going on?
Yeah, this is our preview show, so we're going to be previewing the games this weekend, including the Red River Rivalry or Red River Showdown, whatever the hell you call it nowadays. Freaking Fox trying to rebrand everything.
The Red River Owl.
It's a lot of things. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about Texans and what is that noise? You hear that, right?
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
The squeaking?
Yeah, like the scratching.
Yeah, what is that? It sounds like something coming from Cody's end.
I hear squeaking and stuff coming from, I guess, Quentin's end.
What is that?
Q, do you have the air on in your car?
No, I'm sitting here sweating.
The dedication, man.
Oh, no.
What is that?
I don't know.
Why do I have a feeling Cody's doing this on purpose?
No, seriously, my right earbud's on the ground.
It's weird that we all three hear it.
Yeah.
Now I don't hear it.
You good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah,
Okay.
Start again.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Texas 3-Step. We got a great show ahead of y'all today. Tyler, read us off. What's going on?
Yeah, this is our preview show, so we're going to be previewing the games for this weekend. We're going to be talking about the Red River River Rivalry or Red River Showdown, whatever the
Say
hell
that
you want
5
to call it.
times
Red River Rivalry. Red River.
Come on, 3 more.
No, I'm good. They don't deserve that, and we'll talk about.
He doesn't want to take that
bit.
L like Texas did.
Cat.
They're not gonna take the L, but we'll talk about that.
You lost.
And we're off to a good start. We're gonna talk about Cowboys and Texans, their games too, and a bunch of other games in college football and the NFL. And we'll briefly talk about MLB and NBA, even though nobody cares about NBA at this point.
Nope.
But
The NBA's
we're going to talk college football first, and we're going to start with the Red River Showdown / rivalry / reality check / we got a lot of names for it. Redemption. There's a lot of things going on. There's 2 teams that need to win that suck right now. That absolutely suck. Texas lost to TCU last week in a game they shouldn't have lost. And Oklahoma's lost 2 straight to 2 teams they shouldn't have lost to. So the 2 teams that predicted to be at the top of the Big 12 find themselves at the bottom and the middle right now. And that's not good. So one of these teams needs to win this week, and it's going to be weird to say the least. This is not going to be like a typical Red River rivalry. Oh, I said it right. How about that? Surprised myself there. There's no, you know how it's always the Cotton Bowl, and they always have the fair going. There's no fair this year. There's 25% capacity. That big ass statue they got, it's got a mask on it. It's not the same. And you got 2 sorry ass teams. How are you feeling about this game, Cody?
Actually, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, the teams are both pretty bad so far this year, so I don't think there's going to be any defense played in the game.
That's what I was about to say.
It is Big 12, but I think it'll be a good one.
The over-under is 72, so you probably be right. Which I think is the highest one we've had in any of these games, both college and NFL.
Probably still take the over.
Shoot, I might too.
Yeah,
Let me ask you. They got 2 terrible defenses. Who has the better defense?
Probably Texas, I would think. I don't know. Texas has at least won a game in conference.
Yeah, that's true. But they basically won it because their offense. They did give up like 59 points to Tech in that game.
I mean, their defense came up with some stops late. Well, maybe mainly their special teams, but still.
Yeah, and I think Oklahoma's defense, they played 2 teams that aren't the best offenses in the Big 12.
Yeah.
So they give as much points.
Iowa State and Kansas State, they're traditionally teams that score. They're probably near the bottom of the Big 12 in scoring, even like when they're really good.
They also play slower paced games. So it's less possessions, less plays, stuff like that. But yeah, it's frustrating looking at these 2 defenses. They got 2 really good coaches, and they have 4 or 5-star guys across the board.
I don't know if Texas has a really good coach.
He's better than Todd Orlando. I'll say that.
You mean Charlie Strong?
That too, but the DC. Oh well, Tom Herman's not a good coach, but the DC is. I think he's originally from Ohio State, to my knowledge. So he used to be a really good DC.
He used to be. Now he's fallen.
Yeah,
Used to be.
But
so did Mike Nolan.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but these 2 teams, they got all these great talented players, and they just can't stop anyone. And it doesn't seem like they're going to be stopping either team's offenses this week. Let's kind of talk about those offenses. Obviously, Texas, underwhelming performance last week by their offense. They have all the weapons in the world, except for, I think, for the last couple of years, they still have this problem where they don't really have a reliable running back. And we saw that last week when Keontae Ingram fumbled on the 1-yard line. Really, your most reliable running back is your quarterback, and that's never the best thing.
He's been their most reliable running back the past 4 years.
Yeah, they got to get someone else. I've always wanted Roschon Johnson to get more carries because he's just such a solid running back, but he underwhelms at times too, just like Keontae.
It's pretty wild. All those 5-stars, and they don't have a running back.
Yeah, you think that would change?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a running back. I'm trying to think
Should have kept Mac Brown.
I guess Foreman was the last good running back we had, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And we saw how he panned out in the NFL.
I mean, college,
Yeah.
you can't really compare that. That's too hard to compare.
Yeah, running back position is hard to compare that transition, but he did just have one good year, and then he didn't really translate. But he did go to the Texans, and
Yeah,
I think Bill O'Brien was the coach.
Yep.
So, credit where credit's due, or whatever. But offensively for Oklahoma, obviously their struggles center around Spencer Rattler, the freshman. He continues to struggle. He's not what anyone expect him to be. Struggling. He will get better, but he's not been very good.
He's just a freshman. It's a change for OU because they've been starting all these stud transfers that have been going to the Heisman ceremonies, winning Heismans and stuff. So he'll get there. He's just a freshman, like you said. Maybe next year, or I would think it by his junior year at the latest.
Does this prove that Lincoln Riley is not necessarily that good of a coach as we think? He's just maybe just a good recruiter, good at bringing players.
No, I don't.
Dang, I wanted to open that door.
It's probably too early for that.
No, it's definitely not that.
Well, if they lose this season or lose this next game and they continue to lose it throughout the season, will that prove anything?
How many times has he been in the college football playoff? 3 times? How many L's does he have?
How many times has he been blown out in college football playoffs?
but still, he's been there. He's won the Big 12.
Yeah, but he did take over for Bob Stoops. It kind of was already set for him.
Yeah, but
now has he upgraded them a little bit? Sure, I guess.
I mean, they're basically the same team getting blown out in every big game outside of the conference.
Yeah, and you got to wonder, is there a point where they keep hitting this ceiling and never progress that he starts to find himself on the hot seat?
I mean, what's the ceiling, though? I mean, if the ceiling is getting you into, granted, he's not going to get there this year, but he's proven over and over again that he can get you into the playoffs. And so, I mean, you can only take what you got so far. I mean, until he starts, I guess the knock on him you can have is recruiting defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to demote him to offensive coordinator and bring Gary Patterson in and just make them co-head coaches.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Gary Patterson. We have to say at least once, or Cody has to say at least once an episode.
Heck yeah.
His favorite coach of all time.
Says, yeah.
Gotta work him in.
Notice we're talking about Texas, Tyler's favorite team. Texas.
Yeah, and I'm not high on Texas right now, and I'm not high on Tom.
Yeah, I wouldn't be high on that team after losing to.
He's better than Charlie Strong.
Well, that's not hard.
But that was a low bar.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay, so
now
Lincoln Riley. Going back, the thing is, if you run him out, you can just look at Texas and what happened with them and Mac Brown. Mac Brown constantly putting together seasons where he'd win between 8 and 12 games. He went to national championships in 05 and was it 09, Tyler?
09, yes.
But they ran him out after a couple of just decent seasons after being a winner there.
They ran him out after, 15 seasons? Like he started in the 90s. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
At some point, it does get to a point. It was the same with Bob Stoops, where you're just like, hey, we just need some fresh blood. We need to change. We need to switch up the brand a little bit. We need to just bring some fresh faces in here. Because it's just like, at some point, it's hard to recruit when it's just the same old thing.
Well, let's see. Texas is barely in the top 25. North Carolina in Mac's second season is in the top 10. And they have one.
North Carolina is legit, and they are undefeated. And also, that's not considering the Big Ten schools.
Yeah, yes, it is. And they have one fewer win than Texas since Mac Brown took over.
I mean, Big Ten is in it, but they haven't played games, so they're not really moving spots. They're not moving up.
The Big Ten is still
but
ranked.
They're still ranked, though.
Yeah, Thank you for copying.
Yeah,
to the
but
ones that deserve it.
you have Miami and North Carolina ranked in the top 10. Now, Miami and North Carolina are very good teams, but it's kind of early. You wouldn't expect them to be ranked after 2 games that high up.
Can I trash on Texas real quick?
Always.
Go ahead.
I really think
Go
that Tom,
ahead.
and it's not really even a trash. It's like, I don't know, for some weird reason, I really do think that Tom Herman's Houston teams would beat Tom Herman's Texas teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's a bold statement. It's kind of the point. I'm trying to remember who said this, but one Fox analyst said basically Tom is very good at making the best out of players who aren't 4 and 5 stars. Yeah. But when he has these great players coming in, he's not very good at developing them.
Right.
It's kind of a weird thing, but I think I'd agree. Possibly, what Houston team are we talking about exactly? Against which Texas team? Are we talking about the one right now?
No.
Possibly?
No. Well, yeah, we're talking about this one right now for Texas, yeah.
And the best Houston team? I don't know. It kind of comes down to they have Sam Ehlinger. It's like, how well does he play? Because he is one of those QBs that can make like star plays that allow his team to win despite the better coaching by Tom Herman Houston over Tom Herman Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but man, Greg Ward was a monster.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. And so some of they had something that Texas doesn't really have right now is they had some great D linemen that could really pass rush. Ed Oliver to name one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to name.
Yeah. Right now, their only pass rush is Joseph Osai. I was about to say Philip Osai. Brother Philip Osai.
Phillip.
And they just moved him from linebacker, but that's really all they got, that pass rush. And it's just not really going to help. But Tom Herman was able, when he's at Houston, to develop a good pass rushing game and run stopping game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed like he was better prepared back then. And I don't know. It kind of seemed like once he got the big job, he coasted.
Yeah, I wonder if it has something to do with just being at Texas. Maybe you kind of get to a point where you're like, oh, you have all these resources, you're getting paid all this money, you kind of think you've had it made.
You lose your edge.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah, and at Houston, like, nobody really cares as much. So you have to, like, get even more out of your players and work with the resources you have. It's definitely possible. Absolutely.
Yeah, and at U of H, you're not playing. His big win was against Oklahoma, right? He didn't really beat anyone else.
Yeah. Because they don't really play anyone else.
I think he won a New Year's Six game. I may be wrong. But let's quit talking about Texas. I'm sorry, Tyler. Let's jump over to another game. Let's go to their little brother, Texas A&M, who's going to lose to Florida this week.
Yeah, thank God they're going to lose. I'm tired of us being right next to each other every single week and rankings.
Hey, y'all are going to lose to OU, so it's okay.
No, I don't think so. We get. Hey, do you want to put a bet on
I'll put a bet on it. What do you want to bet on it?
So we did push-ups last time.
I still have to do those.
So our episode didn't come out Tuesday because of problems like we talked about, but Q owes me 100 push-ups, and we'll talk about Graham's punishments. But we could do push-ups, we could do other things.
So that's gonna come up soon. He would have been on today to talk about spinning the wheel, but he was at the birth of his niece.
He's dodging. No, he's dodging. Good excuse.
Yes, he's dodging. Never mind. There's no need.
It's okay. Next Thursday, he will be spinning the wheel.
He will
because Quentin and I will be at that NLCS game with him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, so make sure you're sending in some punishments. But what do you want to do, Q? What are you thinking?
Wheel spin. Wheel spin. Let's do it.
So is the wheel spin going to just be personalized for each person, or are we going to have like a constant?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do a wheel spin because I don't want us like all of a sudden doing wheel spins every week.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just saying, you want to put your money where your mouth is.
And to be honest with you, I don't think these teams are worth a wheel spin. It's worth something so much smaller at this point because these teams are just so pathetic.
All right, double or nothing on the push-ups.
Shoot, let's do it. So I would have to do 100 now. If you win, basically, you'd have to do 200. Okay, sounds good to me. That works out for me.
All right, let's move on to the
I'll
game.
be sitting there because we're all getting together this weekend. So I'll be sitting there just watching one of them do push-ups with the other.
Q's going to be doing push-ups for a little bit longer. But Florida, Texas A&M. Texas A&M's going to follow the top 25 because Florida is just too damn good, I think.
They're really good.
What are y'all thinking?
All they had to do was get rid of Felipe Franks.
Yeah, and their replacement, Kyle Trask, he's looked really
he's
sharp.
been playing great
I like
so
him.
far this year.
He's slow as molasses, but he is a good thrower.
Yeah, and Florida almost always has a really good defense too. So,
man, yeah, their corners are always really good. They always stick to their coverage like that fly on Mike Pence's head.
Nice, very topical. A&M on the other hand, Kellen Mond is Kellen Mond. Dumpster fire. They thought the season was going to be, they're going to start 10-0 or whatever before all this COVID stuff. And now they're threatening to go 1-2 to start in the SEC.
Man, you hate to see it.
It's not what you want. You hate to see it. I don't hate to see it. I love to see it.
But
they hate to see
Graham
it.
hates to see it.
Lol.
Poor Graham. R.I.P. Let's talk about one more game before we get to picks real quick. And we'll do the pick of all of these games in a second. Clemson, Miami. That's our second top 10 matchup. But first real challenge for Clemson. What are y'all thinking about this?
This will be a good game.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be a great game. I think Clemson, well, we can pick later.
We'll pick in a second. But statistically wise, Miami's number 1 in offense in the ACC. Clemson's number 2. And I think they're both 2 and they're like 1 and 2 for defense too. So this is probably the best. I don't think Notre Dame's the second best team in the ACC. I think these are probably the 2 best teams right now.
Notre Dame. I'll never back Notre Dame ever. But
I hate Notre Dame.
Same. Everyone hates Notre Dame.
Yeah, my dad almost got in a fight at the Cotton Bowl when Notre Dame made the playoffs a couple years back because he kept calling Notre Dame overrated when Clemson was blowing him out.
I mean, water's wet.
I don't know. I think I think that this might be I think this might be one of the best games of the entire season out of like playoffs. I really do think it's going to come down to the wire, and I think Clemson. Well, we're not going to do picks later, but
we'll do picks.
It's obvious who we're picking.
We have a feeling, and the bettors have a feeling too. But I think I don't think this is going to be the best game of before the playoffs. I think if they make it to the championship game, those 2 teams, then that will be the best game. Yeah, but we'll see. There haven't really been a lot of good games in general, so this could be the best
TCU
game
and
so
Texas
far.
was a good game.
And I have the place for us to watch this too on Saturday, guys.
Let's go. Yeah, that'd be great. But let's get in the picks. Let me pull this up real quick. Mess it up. But we're starting with Florida and A&M. We didn't mention Florida's number 4 and A&M's number 21. It's 11 o'clock game on ESPN. Florida's favored by 6.5. Is over under of 57. Can y'all give me your picks? If who covers the spread and then over and under? Let's start with Q.
I got Florida. Florida covering the spread, and I got the over.
You got the over. Okay.
What was
Cody?
the over under? 57. Let me do some math.
He's doing math.
Do y'all see that
Good
smoke
job.
coming
Cody
from
knows
Arlington
math.
right now?
Is it coming from your ears?
The dumpster fire?
So I am going to take Florida and have them cover the spread, but I'll take the under.
Okay.
You're going to take the under.
I think they work to try to keep A&M's offense off the field because, Kellen Mond's very intimidating.
Said no one ever. Florida's going to win. They're going to cover the spread. And, so what is that? 28.5
something like that. Math
per team?
I don't think A&M's offense scores like more than 20.
Florida has a good offense, but they're not like putting up a huge amount of points.
Math.
And A&M's probably going to get shut down. I'm going to go under. I'll go under, and Florida covers the
I think
spread.
it's something like 31-20.
I can see that.
That sounds about right. Except I'm thinking about 34-20, maybe even a little more points. 36-20, right on the edge.
Tyler likes to live on the edge.
I too like
I like living on the edge. I like living digits.
Okay, Austin Powers.
Next game, we got the Hokies, Virginia Tech, against Mac Brown. Oh, we miss you, Mac. And North Carolina. Both teams are 2-0. This is probably one of the best matchups in the ACC to start the season. North Carolina's number 8, Virginia Tech's 19. This game's also at 11. It's on ABC. North Carolina is favored by 5, and the over-under is 59. I'll just bang my pick out real quick. I'm thinking North Carolina's going to win this game.
Pick.
It's going to be...
Bang that pick.
It's going to be...
He's getting so annoyed right now.
Okay, go
for
ahead.
someone that has
Absolutely.
something to do,
You said bang that pick. Come on. I'm not going to make fun of that.
it's so easy to make fun of Tyler.
Yeah. Whatever. North Carolina's going to cover the spread, and I got over in this game. I think this is going to be a shootout. That's my guess. Q,
UNC.
go ahead
Yeah,
and bang your pick.
I got
Okay.
UNC banging VT. I got the over. I think it's also going to be a shootout. And that's my pick, and I banged it.
I will take
Okay. Cody, are you going to bang your
Heck yeah.
pick too?
North Carolina and the Mac attack. But I'm going to have Virginia Tech cover the spread. I think
Okay.
North Carolina wins by a field goal, but I'm going to take the over as well.
Yeah, this game's going to be very competitive, I think. I think North Carolina just has a little bit more experience. Their quarterback's just a little bit better, and they have Mac Brown. So they're just going to edge us out. But I'm thinking the over, or North Carolina's going to cover this, I think. It'll be a touchdown, probably not a field goal. That's my
Here's
guess.
something
We'll
weird.
see. We'll see where we're at.
The over-under bet percentage, 79% are taking the under.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really? Well, they're boring.
They're like boring football.
They're not near
They
the
want a
exciting
low-scoring game. We might as well just watch Iowa football.
Iowa versus TCU. That 10-7 game.
Oh, that would be 10-7 game. That shit would be fun. Moving on to a game that definitely won't have defense and definitely will be high scoring. Back to that Texas-Oklahoma game. Texas number 22 behind A&M for some reason. And they're going up against Oklahoma, of course, who's 1-2. The game is also at 11 o'clock. Wow, 3 great games all at the same time. It'd be great if those were paced out so you can watch all of them, but I guess you can flip between
here's
all of
something
them.
funny. We're golfing at 11.
What? Oh, yeah, and I'm going to be streaming one of those games. Y'all can stream the other two.
While,
That'd be
while I'm
cool.
while I'm hooking shots, we'll be watching games.
Cody's going to be hitting balls into the trees. We're going to be getting drunk. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a good time for sure. Well, we'll see if we remember the games and remember our shots. I don't think we will. But Oklahoma's favored by 2.5. I don't know why. I'm not sure how you can lose 2 straight and then be favored over a ranked team, but shut up. Shut up! And over under 72, like I said. Let's start with Cody on this one. I wonder who he's picking.
They're back. Yeah,
for this week.
I'm going Texas. And then I'm gonna go the over on the spread. So since I'm picking the 74% pick the under, by the way. Since I'm going the over, it's probably gonna be like a 14-10 game.
I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think there's been a low-scoring Texas-Oklahoma game in the last couple of years. I think last year was like 45.
This year just seems like the year. Sam Ehlinger is going to throw a late-game touchdown.
Hopefully, please, finally. Or Dicker the kicker. Do not count out
That's how you do 14-7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tyler's down.
Yeah. Anyways, I am done.
All
Q,
right, so
what
here's
do you
what's going
think?
to happen, right? It's going to be a high scoring game. You're going to get a lot of touchdowns. It'll be touchdown, like back and forth nonstop, right? And then out of nowhere, OU's going to be up by like 3 or 4 points, right? And Ellinger's going to throw the ball deep to the end zone to win the game. And the receiver is going to get distracted by a squirrel that ran onto the field. All right.
Jesus.
And the receiver's going to drop the ball. Texas is going to lose the game
And not be back.
and not be back.
Sorry, Tyler.
If I get this exactly right,
Do you want to put a bet on that squirrel
do you want to-
prediction? How about 10 wheel spins? How about my life's work? How about my life? I'll put my life for
if I don't take this bet and then it does happen, I'm going to be regretting everything.
Hey, so
Can you imagine that? There's nobody at the state fair. There's basically nobody in the stands. And somehow schools able to get in there.
So Quentin has to buy Tyler a beer. Tyler has to do 25 wheel spins. If Quentin's right, Tyler does 25 wheel spins.
No, I think 25 is a little,
Okay,
a
fine.
little much. No, I think I'm good. I'm not
Okay,
actually going to
let's
jump in
move on.
on this bet just to be safe. I got Texas in the game. I got them covering the spread. I think they're going to win by
Yeah, if Texas is going to
7 to
win, they're
10
going to cover the
points.
spread.
Well, obviously, yes, but it's not going to be within 3 points or whatever.
I mean,
like OU's
Texas,
favored.
a 1-point win covers the spread for Texas.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying if Texas was favored by 3, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're going over. They're going, actually, no. I'm going under on this game. 72 seems extremely high.
Wow.
I'm going to go, it's going to be like 40 to
That's over.
33.
That's over 72.
Oh, wait, 40, 39 to 32.
Quentin and I
There
are
you go.
doing math right now.
That's 71.
Checks
Let's
out.
just get under.
71 exactly for you and a squirrel on the
Okay.
field for me. We'll see what happens.
Next game, let's just do this one quickly because I don't think anyone thinks Tennessee's going to win this game. Tennessee, Georgia. Georgia's favored by 12.5. Yikes. Over-under's 43. Just give me your picks and cover or not cover an over-under.
I'm going to go with Georgia. Georgia looked really good last week. Over-under is only 43. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and go the over. I think Georgia scores like 35 and Tennessee scores at least 10. And I'm going to say Georgia covers the spread.
Georgia,
Okay. Q.
cover spread. Over.
Good robot.
I'm going Georgia covers the spread under. Last week they won like 24-7, right? Against
Unclear.
Auburn.
Let me see.
Auburn obviously has a better defense than
27-6.
Tennessee, but I think Georgia's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be under. It's going to be tight.
Tight
Though, that's what I'm
pants.
saying.
Point like a tiger.
Interesting. I don't even know what
Cody
that's
does.
referencing, but.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I do.
Final game, Miami against Clemson. Top 10 matchup. Game of the night, 6:30 on
year.
ABC. Clemson's favored by 14. It's a little high. And it's a 63 over-under. I got Clemson winning this game. I got Miami covering the spread. And I got, 63. Let me do the math.
It's about 31 each.
Over. I'll go over on this one. Anyone
Clemson.
We
you
just
jump
want to
in.
take a minute.
I already went. I got Clemson. I got the under. I think this is going to be a super close game. And so I think it's going to come down to the wire. And I don't think it's going to be super high scoring like it's kind of predicted to be.
I'm going Clemson.
Okay.
Miami covers, and I'll take the over, but barely.
Okay, sounds good. Well, that wraps up college football. We'll be back to recap games
Maybe
on
if
Tuesday.
Anchor works.
Hopefully, I got some picks right. Please. To remind everyone, the records: I'm 8-12, Q is 11-9, and Cody's 12-8. I need some help this week, and I need Q to lose that one game he picked differently. Please. Anyways, we're gonna move on to NFL now. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to preview the games a second with our Watt Pick'ems, but I think the thought on everyone's mind right now is, should the Titans just go home and not play a game the rest of the season? Because they are freaking killing it for everyone else. Patriots are doing their best, and they had 2 guys get COVID.
But the Patriots
Two
didn't
best
break the
players
rules.
on Patriots. But Titans is just
broke
like
the rules. And I think that all these games that they've just been, I think they should go down as forfeits for them.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they should be sitting at 3-2 right now because of that. You don't break the rules, especially in COVID season, man. The season's too fragile right now. And if you're gonna sit here and let this whole damn thing go to the wayside because you want to break some freaking rules, easy rules too, then you don't deserve it. You deserve losses in those games.
Yeah, I don't want to play devil's advocate on this. I'd rather join the mob and grab my pitchfork. Titans should at least forfeit these games, and they need to at least be suspended until they have no positive tests. That's what I think. And they should be fined.
Yeah, they
too,
should have to pay.
I think. Or at least have some restrictions. They should have to pay the other team's salaries. So, all the salaries that the Pittsburgh players missed out on, they should have to pay them.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's how can these coaches get fined for not wearing their mask, bring it down once during a game, and then Titans are out here just running wild, just doing whatever the hell they want. It's not fair, and they definitely need to be disciplined. Let me ask y'all, I'm not the MLB expert, but when those teams were having those outbreaks, did they get disciplined?
Basically, they're
fined, but that was about it. There wasn't much discipline to it, and people were really mad at Manfred. But now, you really can't be mad at Manfred because we're about to complete the season.
Yeah, props to them. Who would have thought that would happen?
I think basically the punishment was that they had to play a bunch of double headers and stuff down the stretch.
And it worked for the Marlins until now, and then now they're out, but still.
Hey, by the way,
good job. That ended a streak. That ended an unbelievable streak of them. Every time they were in the playoffs, they won the World Series.
Hey, every time the Marlins have won a playoff game,
it's probably my fault.
The World Series.
It's probably my fault.
Playoff game in a series, they've won it.
Until I predicted they'd make the playoffs. It's all Tyler's fault. So it's my fault.
Marlins fans,
I would apologize. To
all
Marlins,
three of you Marlins fans need to come after Tyler.
Right.
Oh no! What? What are they gonna do? Come all the way from Florida? Oh, I'm so scared.
Cody's gonna bring them back
the least
to
of their
Disney.
problems.
Yeah. There we go.
He's probably gonna bring back COVID too again. Whoa, jeez, golly, y'all hear that?
You need to cancel Tyler first, and then you can cancel me. I don't care.
Anyways, we're off the rails. Patriots, they had obviously their 2 players get COVID. How bad?
Especially their 2 best players.
How shitty is it? Yeah, the 2 best players. They played the best team. They played them well too. But freaking, what's his name was back there just shitting the bed.
Yeah,
yes.
Stidham.
And Stidham, he wasn't expecting to play, and then he came in. He did the best I guess he could. I'm not expecting. Well, one was not his fault.
That's true.
Edelman should have called.
Y'all were talking like he was the next big next Tom Brady, man. Before the season started.
I wasn't. Shoot. I wasn't. I was like, oh, Stidham's the best we got? Okay. I'm not really excited. Oh, we got Cam? Let's go. Oh, Cam got COVID.
Tyler was so bitter.
Great. Oh, Stephon Gilmore got COVID.
Tyler was so bitter
even better.
Signed with the Cowboys. Yes.
Was I? I wouldn't have mind. I was more bitter.
Because Stidham was going to be your starting quarterback until you got Cam.
Yeah, I don't think Andy Dalton's much better, honestly.
No, he's not. Not at this point.
Yeah, but luckily we got Cam. Hopefully he gets back to being healthy. But yeah, that sucks for them. But those teams that are affected by all this COVID stuff, their games getting moved left and right. And I think it shows NFL, just like the MLB, didn't really have a good plan. They should have had a buffer week in there But now it's just kind of like, oh, you want to play Monday games? Oh, you want to play Tuesday games?
They said in their initial statements that like they have the ability to move the Super Bowl all the way back to the last weekend of February, and to cancel the Pro Bowl. They had the ability to do both of those, but they're not taking advantage of that, which is weird to me.
Cancel the Pro Bowl.
Well, yeah, cancel the Pro Bowl anyways.
Just do it. You should have before all this COVID stuff, but they are going to get to that point eventually where they're going to have to do a buffer week. Titans are forcing their hand
this week as a buffer week.
I don't think so. No, you should,
like,
the Titans don't deserve it.
Give us a buffer week, or we're going out again.
Outside the Titans, the only two big name guys that's really gotten it so far are Cam and Gilmore.
Yeah, but you saw that picture of
There's also this practice squad guys are getting it too.
Keep them away from the damn players.
You saw that picture of Gilmore and Pat Mahomes, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but Pat Mahomes hasn't had the positive test yet, so.
Well, it can take up to 14 days.
I don't think it takes up to 14.
Yeah, this is a tricky thing.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 5. There's a dormant period though for some people, which that's concerning. But yeah, the Patriots game got moved to Monday, and the Titans game is going to get moved to Tuesday, though. It might just get moved again. Like, they haven't really stopped the spread at all.
Feel bad for Derrick Henry owners in fantasy.
Pause the test. Yeah, it's tough. This is going to be the most difficult year for fantasy.
I'm glad I'm not
doing it.
Yeah, right.
My team's stacked.
Oh, well, you probably already cheated the
some
league.
moron gave me McCaffrey.
Oh my gosh. So dumb. So dumb. It's all fun and games until McCaffrey.
And then Godwin got I stole Godwin from Quentin from the same guy.
Yeah, hate you. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what you get for not trading me.
You keep offering me bum trades.
No, they're not. You said they're good trades. You just said you have to be blown away. And I told you Tyler would do the blowing for you.
Whoa, jeez.
I heard him agree to it earlier before the show. He was just trying to.
Yeah. He's going to edit it out.
No. Leave me out. Well, I am going to edit this out, but leave me out of your guys' fantasy charades.
You didn't disagree with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, no, I don't remember that happening.
Check the
That's
text.
a damn lie. But anyways, COVID screwing up everything from fantasy football to Titans season. By the way, they were 3-0 before all this shit happened. They're doing good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You played yourselves. Oof. But let's do pick'ems and let's wrap up football. Let's run through this quickly. Chiefs, Raiders. Chiefs favored by 13. This is a 12 o'clock game. 56.5 over under. Just give me your pick, your over under, and who
I got the Chiefs.
Go ahead.
Even if some crazy thing happens and something happens with Pat or whatever, I still got the Chiefs.
Cody, you can take the upset?
No. I'm going to take the
John
Chiefs,
Gruden?
but I'll say Vegas covers the spread. And I'm going to go with the under.
Oh, that's weird to hear. Vegas
that is weird to say.
Vegas sets the odds, and they're also covering the spread.
The house always wins.
So, I guess just not against the Chiefs. Oof. I'm actually going to take the upset in this game, boys. Just kidding.
We thought Tyler was going to be different, but he's scared.
I got under in this game, and I got Chiefs winning by 10.
So you literally just
Las
wanted to
Vegas
copy
covering.
me. I said
did
under.
you say under? I don't think you said over under.
Yeah.
Well, now we know. But you're copying me. You didn't say it before. Anyways, we got a shit game. Two teams tanking. We got the Texans after they fired Bill O'Brien. Thank God. I think everyone agrees on that, no matter if you're a Texans fan or not. And you got Minshew, the mustache, doing all he can to get the Jags to win games.
DJ
and
Chark.
nobody else wants to win. And DJ Chark. That's about it. It's really just Minshew and Chark. It's tough. But 12 o'clock game, CBS. Houston's favored by 6. They were favored last week, though, so take that with a grain of salt. Over under 54.5. I'm going to take the Jags in this game. I think it's Doug Peterson's the head coach of the Jaguars, right?
Doug Peterson coaches the Eagles.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Who's the head coach of the Jags? Well, he's on the hot seat, and they need a win. I think Minshew's going to play. He's going to ball out this game. I can't trust the Texans right now, especially after this week. They just fired their head coach, so where are they going to be after a couple days?
Yeah, Doug Marrone. I thought it was Doug Marrone.
Yeah, Doug Marrone. This is like his third season. And
didn't he go to the NFC or AFC Championship his first year?
Yes, he did.
What a downfall.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what happens when you try to trust the portals.
Who y'all got?
The Jags, though.
Well, he was.
Yeah, I got the Jags winning this game. You got Jags? The Texans are in a complete disarray. The Jags are too, but I guess slightly less of a problem as the Jags at this point. I don't know. I mean, they're just both terrible. This is going to be. This has the potential to be the toilet bowl of the year.
Oh, absolutely, and they play it twice.
I don't know. We got Giants and Cowboys coming up.
Houston has to play again too.
Oh, that's gonna be.
But I got mustache going.
They meet again.
All right, so Houston hired Bill O'Brien. I think the players are gonna be excited. I think they kind of quit on Bill. I think they come out with a little more energy and stuff now that he's gone, and I think the Texans are actually gonna win. I think Jacksonville covers the spread, though. I think it's like a 3-point game. And I'm going to take the under. But I think the Texans come out wanting to prove that it was all Bill O'Brien, just like everyone in Houston's been saying.
We'll see. J.J. Watt's going to need to play well. That's all I know, because he was tied up with all that. He might be a
They should have gotten rid of him like 3 years ago when his value was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, now his value's in the gutter. And we move on to that game, to a game that's surprisingly going to be good. Not someone we all expected before the season started. Colts are 3-1, Browns are 3-1. What the hell is going on this year? This is a 325 game. Indianapolis is only favored by 1.5 points, so clearly this is going to be a close game. Over under is 46. It's probably going to be low scoring. What are y'all thinking? No, actually, Cody's got no.
These two teams are very, very eerily similar. Honestly, not like player wise or anything like that, but just kind of how they've been playing the season. The teams they've beaten haven't been great teams. The Browns beat the Cowboys on paper. That's a good team, but
looking at you, Cowboys,
so bad that they're a terrible team.
Cowboys.
So it doesn't matter. Like they're so. In retrospect, the Cowboys are still a bad team, especially record wise. And the only loss that the Browns have so far is to the Ravens. The only loss the Colts have is to the Jaguars. So based on that and that alone, I'm going to take the Browns.
Okay.
Wow.
I did not know that information.
What are you thinking, Cody?
Before, but Quentin has changed my mind. I was going to go the Colts, but now I'm going to go Browns. I'm going to take the over as well.
I got Browns in this game too. Browns, they're looking pretty good offensively. I think they have just a little bit more firepower in this game. I got the over in this game. I think so too. That's what I'm thinking. Next game. Are we all going to pick the Cowboys in this game? That is the question. 0-4 Giants at 1-3 Cowboys.
I'll go first. Unless you want to.
Go ahead. Let me just say real quick, Dallas is favored
somehow the Cowboys are favored by
54. Go ahead, Cody.
Daniel Jones is going to look like a superstar this game.
I don't know. They only have 3 total offensive touchdowns all year, I believe.
Oh my gosh. He's still going to look like a superstar because every mediocre player looks like a superstar against the Cowboys. But I still think the Cowboys win because the Giants are horrible on offense, even though Daniel Jones plays well. I think the Cowboys defense finds a way to get maybe a stop or two. But I think the Giants cover the spread, and I'll go over. I'm always going to take the over with this Cowboys defense.
Begrudgingly
Q, go
is
ahead.
the key word here. Begrudgingly, I take the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't trust this defense, and everything gets like in my head thinking of this. I'm like, the Cowboys. There's no reason that they should lose this game. Really, there's absolutely no reason on earth they should lose this game to the Giants. Their offense is too powerful. I mean, oh God, it doesn't matter how bad the defense is. The Giants' offense is terrible, especially without freaking running back. Pick me up. What's his name? Thank you. Boom. Especially without
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley.
It's just, man, I don't know. Begrudgingly, I take the Cowboys, but if the Giants win this game, I know I said I was never picking the Cowboys again until they win a game. This is my last one. If they don't beat the Giants, then I don't know. It's fire sale time. It's time to, I don't know. It might be time to trade Dak. Because it doesn't matter what you have on offense. It's not going to fix that historically bad defense.
Well, Q's making another promise to not root for the Cowboys. We'll see how that goes. I don't think Cowboys are going to lose this game, but keep in mind, we've picked the Cowboys. All of us picked the Cowboys a lot. So far, record-wise, when we all pick the Cowboys, we are 1-2. This could be 1-3, or maybe we even it. Who knows? Final game, we finished with the Broncos at the Patriots. The Patriots are just licking their wounds right now. Same with Broncos. Broncos have injury problems. This is a 3:25 game on CBS. Patriots are favored by 6 points. And it's a 47.5 over-under. I will just get my pick out of the way. I think Patriots are going to struggle in this game, but they're going to find a way to win just because they have a superior defense. And yeah, that's what I think.
I think this game is going to be insanely low scoring, especially if they can't find a way to get Cam in there. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get to play, but I mean, we've seen crazy things. I mean, Juan Soto in baseball, he had it and he was over it in 10 days and didn't test positive again at all the rest of the season. And so it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's unpredictable. The whole virus situation is unpredictable. So I'm going to assume like Cam's not playing. So it's going to be a low scoring game. And it's just, I think it's going to be an ugly game, but I think the Patriots do win. And I think that just comes down to coaching.
Patriots.
Okay. Cody?
Yeah, Patriots.
Yep.
Okay. We all got Patriots. So just summary real quick. We all got the Chiefs. Q and I picked the Jags. Cody picked the Texans. We all got Browns. We all got Cowboys. We all got Patriots. Hopefully the next week we'll actually get some consistent competitive
initially Cody picked
we
the
still
Colts,
really haven't had that yet.
He's the one that changed it, made it
it's all your fault.
unison. Yeah, I shouldn't have talked to the Browns.
Yeah. Hopefully we get some changes next week. We'll see. But records before we close. I'm 15-5. Suck it. Q is 12-8, and Cody is 14-6.
Let's go,
tight race right now.
He's like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, you gotta come back. Or not.
Yeah, she had a little bit on her back.
Anyways, that's it for NFL, and that's it for football.
So jumping over to baseball, we're just going to do a real quick summary since Quentin isn't here. He had to go tend to his girlfriend after making some promises and overcommitting. Should I restart that, or is that good?
Sorry, restart. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you can do it again. Just a little bit more snap to it.
All right, so jumping over to baseball, it's just going to be me summarizing baseball because Quentin had to go tend to his girlfriend. He made a commitment to her. So, that old saying, bros before hoes, at least he was here for football.
Sir, it's
I'm sorry.
2020.
I'm sorry.
Pals before
Do we need to
gals.
cut that? All right, let's roll.
No, I don't think
today,
so. But
this is Thursday. The Braves and Astros both punched their tickets to the championship series. They're the first teams to do it. And it's looking like the Yankees will force a Game 5 against Tampa Bay, and the Dodgers-Padres Game 3 is just getting underway. But the Astros, it's pretty shocking that they're making their way to the ALCS. I'm praying that they lose. You Houston friends are probably loving seeing mine and Quentin's pain from them winning. But honestly, I think they'll lose to the Rays or Yankees, and whoever wins between the Rays and Yankees and Astros will go and get steamrolled in the World Series by the Dodgers, more than likely. It's looking like the Dodgers, they're up 2-0. I think Cody Bellinger, with that spectacular play in the outfield, he's normally a first baseman, has probably stolen the Padres' momentum. It's kind of a gut punch to a team like that, because now you're in an elimination game and you have to win 3 straight to advance. So they're probably done. You can never count a team out, but I would guess that they're probably done. So it's probably going to be the Dodgers and Braves. Braves have been really solid. They've overcome a lot of injuries this year. They actually beat the Marlins. The Marlins suffered their first ever playoff series loss. I blame it all on Tyler. Yeah, Tyler picked the Marlins to make the playoffs when they clearly weren't ready. So it's all Tyler's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my fault.
They still
but
made
hey,
the playoffs.
They made the playoffs. There's probably some extra money.
Money for
some
the
extra
team
money they
from
can send
selling
my way, 'cause
that
it's my prediction.
playoff stuff.
It's my
money for the
magic.
players, and you're gonna get none. You're gonna get none of it.
Mm-hmm. Money for Tyler. Come on.
Oh,
They didn't give me money. Pat McAfee needs to give me money.
bud.
I just want money.
Yeah.
He left a lot of people on red, bud.
Be the Dodgers that eventually go and play the Braves. I'm pumped for the series because I'm going to Game 4 with Quentin and some other friends. So that'll be entertaining, hopefully. But I think the Dodgers ultimately win that series. Sorry, Edgar. Probably, I would say probably in 6 or less games, and then the Dodgers will win the World Series. Honestly, I think the Dodgers Padres is probably going to be more entertaining than the World Series because. Go ahead.
I just want to say I disagree. I'm going with the Braves. Braves are going to win the World Series just because of my boys. Jonathan. That's it. I know nothing about baseball.
They'll be very happy with that prediction.
Yes.
Maybe they'll actually text you back.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Oh,
that's true.
Hey, they leave you on red too, bud.
They're good. We're not roasting y'all. We're just messing around. But that's going to do it all for baseball. If Quentin was here, we'd go a little more in depth, but just wanted to do a quick summary. We had a really good conversation for the episode that was supposed to come out on, what was it, Tuesday, Tyler? Yeah, it was going to be a great
it would have been a good
Yeah.
episode. It was smooth, a very smooth episode. But freaking Anchor decided, hey, we're just going to mess up the audio so you guys are all talking at once at certain points.
Of
And
course.
it's just going to go in and out. There's no
Hopefully this
consistency or
episode's
anything.
better.
Good luck with that. Oh, yeah, by the way, on our website, there's no way to fix it, and we're just going to acknowledge that.
And we're bringing back.
We know the
Time.
app's
Go ahead.
terrible, but yeah, figure it out.
Okay. You want to jump over
I'm
to
good.
basketball?
We don't have time for rant time. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about basketball real quick. Lakers are going to win the finals. LeBron's going to get his 4th title. And literally nobody cares at all. It's even the diehard like NBA fans. Like I'm a big NBA fan, but like I'm just so bored at this point. Like I was literally thinking the other night, it's more fun to go on Twitter and just go through the memes. And
I
actually
haven't
watched
watched an
games.
NBA game since the second round of it. Just none None of these. No, I watched
wonder
it past
why.
the Mavericks getting eliminated. But like none of these series have really been that appealing outside of like the Nuggets and Clippers.
Yeah, I think there's a few things you're starting to realize. Like, I think a lot of people are going to blame it on the politics and stuff. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think more of the fact that it's a sport that needs fans. One, all sports need fans. Really, one is LeBron returning to the finals for like the 10th millionth time. Like nobody wants to see that, especially against a Heat team that was not ready yet. And it doesn't feel as fun like when you don't have Steph playing, you don't have Clay playing, you don't have Kevin Durant, you don't have Kyrie playing. And then there's the other fact that it's just like I said a second ago, it's just so much more fun to watch clips on Twitter and look at the memes. NBA, it's not fun to watch games that are not really competitive.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot better.
It almost feels like the NBA kind of just maybe probably not. But I'm going to go and do a wild accusation that the NBA is forcing this series to go to 5 games just for that little bit of extra revenue and all that. Yeah,
maybe or LeBron's just.
I wouldn't put it past him, but
guys. But yeah. And then I think there's just a thing where I always feel college sports are better than professional sports, but there's just something about NBA how it seems like it doesn't matter for most of the games, and it seems like it's getting worse. Like I think the Clippers getting blowing these leads just kind of confirm that just like the first 3 quarters of games don't even matter anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Teams can have big leads and then they just blow it. And that's not really that exciting. It's just games don't seem that competitive as they used to be for all 4 quarters.
Maybe 1 every 5 games is competitive, and it's usually like when you have 2 of the best teams in the league going back and forth with Steph's hitting daggers and and his opponents firing right back. That's more fun. And I think all these injuries this year kind of hurt the NBA's momentum. And then the COVID shutdown too.
Yeah, absolutely. And and COVID, and you're gonna look at this finals and be like, well, Goran Dragic got hurt in game 1 and Bam was hurt. So it's just like LeBron's gonna get this dub and get this 4th ring, but it's gonna be the same, but it feels empty. It really does feel empty. Yeah. He's still gonna be honored as a man who's won 4 titles and possibly more, who knows, but this 4th one just doesn't feel as great. Doesn't feel as earned, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say that. He's earned it. It's just at the same time.
It's because he doesn't have that group of haters rooting against him, because the NBA ratings are so far down. Like nobody really cares. Nobody cares enough to go in and hate him. Everybody knows Miami is going to get destroyed in the series. It wasn't LeBron versus the Warriors where every Warriors win just fueled the haters to roast LeBron and stuff and call out his finals record and all that.
Yeah, I think there's a point to what you said is I think people watch NBA more when LeBron's hated. I feel like when he was in Miami, when he was villain LeBron, I think that was probably some of the best years in the NBA because people wanted to see him lose so bad. He finally got the championship wins.
At least until Kevin Durant got there, LeBron versus the Warriors too.
Yeah, I think we're kind of honest on that. I feel like we don't really have true heroes that we're rooting for, and there aren't really true villains anymore.
It's probably not going to happen until after next season when there's a bunch of big name free agents and they can move around and potentially create that villain feel.
Yeah, and I think that's another problem too with the NBA is because all these guys are changing teams all the time. it's just like when they lose, it doesn't seem like it matters. It's just like, oh, they'll just move on to somewhere else and maybe they'll have another shot. It doesn't feel like people were building programs and teams and fighting and clawing to finally get to the finals and fighting and clawing and finally winning the finals. It doesn't feel like, if you watch The Last Dance, like Jordan and the Bulls, like they had to keep working their way to eventually get in the finals and winning. Like they kept losing. Like they lost in the second round and they lost in like the conference finals.
The 2011 Mavericks.
And then they finally made it to the finals. Now it's just, like now it just seems like teams just kind of like, oh, let's build a super team and they'll be in the finals. You can't do it in the Clippers. Unless you're the Clippers, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was tough. Hopefully we'll see where NBA goes after this. They need to adjust. I think the NBA will be a little
bit better because you kind this whole bubble thing kind of felt dry after the first round. And I probably, for me, it was because the Mavericks got eliminated, but it just seems like the whole hype of it kind of went down because you didn't really have any Lucas step back insane buzzer beaters.
Yeah, honestly, the most exciting rounds were with Luka and Dame, because it honestly felt like they were gonna basically shock the world. But then once they were out, I was just kind of like, okay, LeBron and then possibly Clippers and Clippers out. So like, okay, LeBron's got this. It's easy. It's over.
Head out.
It's a wrap.
Go to Cancun.
Cancun in 3. That's what he said. he definitely was up to that idea. He's probably already heading there. Shoot. Got plenty of time now. Last thing to wrap things up. I think if you want to compare across the sports, I think the bubble sports were not as, besides UFC, I think the bubble sports were not as exciting as the other sports. I think the bubble paid off in keeping people healthy, but it was not as exciting and it really got stale, like you said, after a while. NHL was not that exciting, and then NBA
NHL you have to have fans. The fans add so much more excitement to games.
Yeah, absolutely. And then UFC, I've been blown away. Like I'm a huge UFC fan, but just it seems almost like it was kind of like a different sport for a little bit, and it was still just as exciting. But once they have fans back, it's going to be exciting. It's probably going to be even more exciting, but it's still going to be great regardless, either way. NBA, it's like they got killed by the bubble. They really did. But yeah. We'll this is kind of probably one of the last times we're going to be talking about NBA until the season comes back. But yeah, congrats to the Lakers, I guess, and LeBron and winning. This was obviously very difficult for everyone. I hope they get to spend a lot of time with their families and like decompress. I hope they decompress. But yeah, that wraps up NBA, and that's the end of our show, end of our preview show. We'll be back on Tuesday to do a recap of NBA and college football, and then recap anything we need to recap with MLB and NBA as well. Make sure y'all hit subscribe if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. And then also make sure you follow us on social media at Texas 3-Step. And while you're on social media, DM us any punishments you have for our Wheel of Punishments. We need as many as possible, and we love all your guys' suggestions. And then also, if you have any suggestions for the show, feel free to send it in. We'd love to hear your guys' suggestions. But anyways, we appreciate y'all, and we'll see you on Tuesday.